$3 cover charge away from that next step up on our climb to rock and roll enlightenment. How we were heads bobbing to a beat and new friendships made waiting in the line for universally disgusting bathrooms. How we learned each other in long conversations walking home after a show because the buses had stopped running. How we lied to landlords and scored keys to warehouses and launched wishes into the walls. How we were bent strings and duct tape drum heads. How we learned that the hardest part of starting something is just starting something. That is, until you have to stop it. We were an army, marching in ironic t-shirts and questionable sneaker choices, living on part-time wages. Where our parents may have failed us, we learned about enduring consistency in our lives through Gumby's pizza coupons, Dart Bowl enchiladas, and the black beans and rice at Les Amis. Oh, sing to me of Tamale House number 3. Oh, holy motherfucking glory, found in 65-cent breakfast tacos and lukewarm salsa floating in a forgotten tub of melted ice. Praise to the almighty and unexplainable migas with cheese, which you could eat for lunch, and again for dinner, and then experience the true blush of unanticipated personal happiness when you came home at night at 4 in the morning and remembered that you had leftovers. You'd open the styrofoam container like that scene in Pulp Fiction where they cracked the glowing briefcase to find that somehow the migas had miraculously grown in size. Like Serrano-kissed loaves and fishes could become more than you ever could have imagined. If you were a booking person in the 90s, you could create a remarkable amount of rock shows by just being at Tamale House for last call on a random afternoon, or simply surviving to the end of a wannabe show, A Hole in the Wall. You know, when they closed the blinds on the front window while the band was still on stage at 2:20 a.m. playing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And together, we found the places to stand in every room where the busted PA system sounded like magic. And together, we forgot the line where the band stopped and the audience started. And together, we learned that the true secret of rock and roll is cheap rent. That's it. Creativity over commerce, make me a fucking flag. It's like, I got 3.5 housemates with 2.5 jobs and a pharmaco study. We're gonna be fine. We were painters that played violins, poets that rocked the bass. We were MCs with philosophy degrees. We found theater, hiding in the mundane, and made plays in front of whoever would watch. It's like, are you getting the show early because they're having this performance art thing on stage and they have an actual working stove, and during one of the scenes they fry real bacon? I mean, that's probably not legal, but I saw the play and it was awesome, and after the show they gave away some of the bacon. It was so good. What I mean to say is that I was pretty high. We made music and art because it needed to get made. We just wanted to hang out with our friends and play the songs that we heard in our heads. And like maybe it'd be, cool to play in the middle slot just once. We just wanted to take the fucking hippies out back behind the bar and beat them at Star Wars trivia. We lived together like goddamn Muppets. And this episode of Sesame Street was brought to you by the letters D, I, and Y. We didn't care about getting rich, though we wouldn't have minded. We just wanted to be in a band as great as the ones that we loved. We just wanted to pay our pager bill. We just wanted something to look forward to. We didn't need fog machines because everyone had cigarettes. We didn't need the internet. We had drink tickets. And remember how we tried not to seem too excited about anything, and how no show mattered, and how every show mattered, and how we were all on the guest list, and started possibly real bands with each other during the set changes, shouting carefully into the space just adjacent to each other's ears, spiraling out into fractured conversations that pinballed shiny streaks of possibility. I mean, like, my girlfriend's roommate's guitar player has a keyboard, and my bass player knows your drummer. Wait, I think my bass player is your drummer? I mean, he's not really my bass player, he's just a bass player that I know. So, tonight, my friends, I wish for you time travel. Tell each other every story that you can remember, and then just start making shit up. And so, maybe you'll go back to when you were a bar manager with big dumb glasses, and maybe you've been field promoted to sound engineer, and maybe you're kneeling on stage during a set change in a sad puddle of spilled beer, plugging things into other things, and maybe you meet the next band loading on a stage, and maybe they're called the Fuck Emos. And maybe the singer looks down upon you like a demonic backlit, awkward, weirdo angel of rock and roll and hands you a ridiculous tangle of cables that looks like a macrame owl and a vacuum cleaner and a Rohypnol. He stares deep into your eyes with his dilated pupils and he says, "Just please do your best." I want to live like that. Why can't we all just live like that, sprinting full forward into a fever dream of mad potential and hope, remembering how it felt to say, man, I don't really know how this night is going to shake out, but we're all in it together. So, welcome to this parable where you are the protagonist. Hold on to each other no matter the cost, and we'll raise glasses together to the friends that we've lost. Never forget what the big boy said. You like this? Now go start your own band. Steal from the heavens, grab lightning in your hand, find love, find joy, find your own superpowers. Now go and write your own story. This one is ours. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Have a fucking great time. And please give it up for him on trial.